If you're over 70 and you've noticed your legs feeling weaker, slower, or less stable than they used to be, you're not alone, but here's the surprising part. Leg strength doesn't disappear just because of age. It disappears because the muscles stop being challenged in the right way. In fact, researchers studying adults over the age of 70 found that when the right movements are performed consistently, muscle activation can increase almost immediately, improving stability, balance, and walking power even within the first session. That means the difference between struggling to stand up from a chair and rising with confidence may come down to a few simple exercises most seniors were never taught. And the best part is that these movements require no expensive equipment, no gym membership, and can be done safely at home. Before we begin, it's important to understand something many people over 70 have been told incorrectly. Walking alone is not enough to maintain leg strength. Walking is excellent for circulation and endurance, but it doesn't fully activate the key muscles responsible for standing power, balance control, and fall prevention. The muscles that matter most after 70 are the quadriceps at the front of the thigh, the glutes which stabilize the hips, and the small stabilizing muscles around the knees and ankles. When these muscles weaken, everyday actions like climbing stairs, getting out of bed, or even maintaining balance while turning can suddenly feel difficult. But when they are activated properly, the body quickly remembers how to move with strength again. The first exercise may look incredibly simple, but it's one of the most powerful ways to wake up the leg muscles immediately. It's called the sit-to-stand activation. Start by sitting in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Place your hands lightly on the chair or on your thighs if you need support. Now slowly lean your chest slightly forward and press through your heels as you stand up. The key is to move slowly and feel the muscles in the front of your thighs doing the work. Once you reach a standing position, pause for 1 or 2 seconds. Then slowly sit back down under control instead of dropping into the chair. This slow control is what activates the muscles. Perform this movement 5 to 10 times. Many seniors notice that by the 3rd or 4th repetition, their legs already feel more awake and stable. That's because this exercise directly stimulates the quadriceps and glutes, the 2 muscles responsible for standing strength. The second exercise focuses on improving balance and lower leg strength, which is critical for preventing falls. It's called the supported heel raise. Stand behind a chair or near a wall for balance. Place your hands lightly on the support and slowly lift your heels off the ground so you're standing on the balls of your feet. Hold this position for 2 seconds, then slowly lower your heels back down. What this exercise does is activate the calf muscles and the small stabilizers around the ankle, which are essential for maintaining balance while walking or turning. Perform this movement 8 to 12 times. If it feels easy, you can increase the challenge by holding the top position for 3 seconds. Over time, this exercise dramatically improves ankle stability and walking confidence. The third movement may be the most important for hip strength and overall walking stability. It's called the standing leg lift. Stand upright while holding onto the back of a chair. Keeping your body tall, slowly lift one leg straight out to the side without leaning your torso. Lift only as high as feels comfortable, then slowly lower the leg back down. This movement activates the hip stabilizers, especially the gluteus medius, a muscle that plays a huge role in keeping the body balanced when walking. Weakness in this muscle is one of the hidden reasons many seniors develop a side-to-side sway while walking. Perform 8 repetitions on one leg, then switch to the other side. Move slowly and focus on control rather than height. After just a few repetitions, many people feel the outside of the hip muscles working, which is exactly what we want. The fourth exercise wakes up the hamstrings, the muscles on the back of the thighs that help with walking speed and knee stability while holding onto a chair. Slowly bend one knee and bring your heel toward the back of your leg as if you're trying to tap your heel toward your glutes. Pause for 1 second at the top, then slowly lower your foot back to the floor. Perform 8 to 10 repetitions on each leg. This simple motion strengthens the muscles responsible for pushing the leg backward while walking, something that naturally weakens with age but can be restored surprisingly quickly with consistent movement. Now here's something fascinating that researchers have discovered. When these 4 exercises are performed together in a short routine, they activate nearly every major muscle group in the lower body responsible for standing, walking, and balance. That's why many seniors feel an immediate improvement in leg stability after completing just 1 round. But there's one more movement that many physical therapists consider the secret weapon for restoring leg strength after 70, and most people have never heard of it. This final exercise specifically targets the deep stabilizing muscles that protect the knees and improve confidence when moving around the house or climbing stairs. In a moment, I'll show you exactly how to perform it safely and why many experts say it can make the biggest difference of all when it comes to maintaining strong legs later in life. Another powerful exercise that many physical therapists recommend for people over 70 is the step back stability move. This movement looks simple, but it trains the muscles responsible for controlling your body while stepping, turning, or catching yourself if you lose balance. Stand behind a chair or near a counter so you have something stable to hold with one hand. Start with both feet together and your body upright. Now slowly step 1 foot backward, about 1.5 feet, keeping most of your weight on the front leg. As the back foot touches the floor, gently bend the front knee just a little, then return the back foot to the starting position. Repeat this movement slowly 8 times, then switch legs. What makes this exercise so effective is that it trains the body to stabilize during movement instead of just while standing still. This is exactly the type of control your legs need when walking through the house, stepping over objects, or navigating stairs. Many seniors notice that this exercise wakes up muscles around the hips and knees that they didn't even realize had become weak. Now let's talk about a small but extremely important detail that determines whether these exercises actually rebuild strength or not. It's something most people overlook, and it has nothing to do with how many repetitions you do. The real key is the speed of the movement. When exercises are performed too quickly, the muscles never fully engage, and the joints end up doing most of the work. But when you slow each movement down, especially the lowering portion, the muscle fibers are forced to activate more deeply. This is called controlled resistance, and it's one of the safest and most effective ways for seniors to rebuild strength. For example, when standing up from the chair, try taking 2 seconds to rise and 3 seconds to sit back down. During heel raises, lift for 2 seconds and lower for 3 seconds. These small timing adjustments dramatically increase muscle activation without increasing strain on the joints. Another factor that makes these exercises work faster is consistency. Studies on adults over 70 show that performing simple strength movements 3 to 4 times per week can significantly improve leg strength, walking speed, and balance within just a few weeks. And the improvement often happens sooner than people expect. Many seniors report feeling more stable within the first few sessions, simply because their muscles are being reactivated after long periods of underuse. Now there's one more technique that experts in senior mobility often teach, and it can instantly make these exercises even more effective. It's called heel pressure activation. Instead of pushing through the toes while standing or stepping, focus on pressing through the heels of your feet. This automatically shifts the work to the larger muscles of the thighs and hips instead of overloading the knees. You may notice that when you stand up using heel pressure, your legs feel stronger and more stable almost immediately. This simple adjustment can reduce knee discomfort while increasing muscle engagement at the same time. And finally, there's a habit that many people over 70 unknowingly develop that actually weakens their legs faster than aging itself. It happens during everyday activities like watching television, sitting at the table, or resting during the day. When the body remains seated for long stretches without movement, then muscles of the legs begin to shut down and circulation slows. Over time, this creates stiffness and weakness that makes standing up harder. The solution is surprisingly simple. Every 30 to 40 minutes, stand up and perform just a few repetitions of one of the exercises we discussed. Even if it's only 3 or 4 sit-to stands or a few heel raises. These small movement breaks send a signal to the nervous system that the muscles are still needed, which helps preserve strength throughout the day. When these habits become part of a routine, many seniors are surprised by how quickly their legs begin to feel stronger, steadier, and more reliable again. The truth is that the body never truly forgets how to be strong. It simply needs the right signals to wake those muscles back up. By practicing these simple exercises and focusing on slow, controlled movement, you give your legs exactly the stimulation they need to rebuild strength, improve balance, and maintain independence for many years to come. Now, let's bring everything together with a simple routine you can start using today. The goal isn't to exhaust your muscles or push yourself to the point of fatigue. The goal is to wake the muscles up and remind your body how to move with strength and control again. Start with a sit-to-stand exercise and perform 8 slow repetitions. Focus on leaning slightly forward, pressing through your heels, and controlling the movement as you sit back down. Next, move to the supported heel raises and perform 10 repetitions, lifting slowly and lowering with control. After that, perform 8 standing leg lifts to each side, keeping your body tall and your movement steady. Then do 8 hamstring curls on each leg, bringing the heel gently toward the back of the leg before lowering it again. Finish the routine with 8 step-back stability movements on each leg. This entire sequence usually takes less than 8 minutes to complete. Yet it activates nearly every important muscle in the lower body. If you perform this routine 3 to 4 times per week, you may start noticing small improvements sooner than you expect. Standing up from a chair may feel smoother, walking may feel more stable, and your confidence while moving around the house may gradually increase. These changes happen because muscles respond quickly when they are stimulated properly, even later in life. One important tip is to always focus on quality rather than quantity. Slow, controlled movements will always be more beneficial than rushing through many repetitions. If any exercise feels uncomfortable or painful, reduce the range of motion or perform fewer repetitions until your body adapts. Over time, you can gradually increase the number of repetitions or add a second round of the routine if it feels comfortable. Hydration also plays a bigger role than many people realize. Muscles rely on proper hydration to contract efficiently, and dehydration can contribute to fatigue and cramping. Drinking enough water throughout the day helps your muscles perform these exercises more effectively and recover faster afterward. Another helpful habit is performing a short walk after finishing the routine. Even a 5-minute walk around the house or outside can help the muscles integrate the strength you just activated, improving circulation and reinforcing natural walking patterns. And perhaps the most important message of all is this: strength after 70 is absolutely possible. The human body remains remarkably adaptable, and muscles can continue responding to training at almost any age. Many people assume weakness is simply part of getting older. But in reality, it's often the result of muscles not being used in the right way for long periods of time. Once those muscles are reactivated with safe and controlled movements, like the ones you learned today, the body often begins rebuilding strength much faster than expected. That's why experts in healthy aging encourage simple strength exercises as one of the most powerful tools for maintaining independence, preventing falls, and improving overall quality of life. If you found these exercises helpful, consider making them part of your weekly routine and sharing them with someone else who might benefit as well. Small daily movements can lead to surprisingly powerful changes over time, and the steps you take today can help keep your legs strong, steady, and ready to support you for many active years ahead.